salt. You know what I mean?
Alright, so I was making some adjustments on the lower control arm on the shitfish, and these front ones, they were turning, and I could tell that they were moving, but this front one, or the back one, would not. So I was heating it up, letting it soak in some WD, heating it up some more, and I went to really put some oomph into it, and it fucking snapped her clean off. So that hind joint is no good no more. Plan is, I'm gonna put it in the vise up against this nut and see if I can, which is gonna be the tough part, I'm gonna see if I can somehow get this thing to move. If I can get it to move and I can get this out, then I'll just thread this one into it. But if I can't, then I'm gonna have to cut at the weld on both of these, cut at the weld and slide that out the tube. Cut the weld at this one, slide that one back in, re-weld it, and then adjust accordingly. Which luckily this thing's in at stock length. We're almost all the way in, so it'll give me I'll still have a good bit of adjustment left to take up the difference that I end up having to cut out the stock. So I'm gonna go ahead, see what I can get done with this. Leaving up the end, and look at the 40 caught on fire. On fire. I do. Baby Jesus, what do I do? So I got the majority of it. I had to, I drilled as good, as far as I could in, then took the Dremel and cleaned off the excess weld on both sides. And then I'm taking this punch and I'm just hammering up and slowly just back and forth working it up. And then I have to do the same thing on this one. But I'm gonna have to cut in front of this weld right here. So I'm gonna cut in front so I can keep this hex portion of it. And then once I cut that off, hopefully it'll just fucking slide off the end since I'm not worried about keeping it. Probably not, then I probably have to fucking drill them welds out too. So I'm gonna finish knocking this out with the hammer. All right, so got it out. Just took and made a side cut like you would if I was trying to get like the inner bearing sleeve or race, whatever you want to call it, off of like a spindle or something that it's seized onto, and just made a side cut to take some relief out, and then dremeled around there, and the same thing on the other side. And then I just took a hammer and a chisel. Come on, fucker. Hold it with my chin. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Got it. I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together. Just like so. I'm gonna have to take off a little bit of material right there, but slide right in, weld it up, ready to rock and roll. Ready to weld. This was off the bent panhard bar, and I just realized, like, looks good, and that's straight up and down. You can tell now that mug is bent, like right here somewhere. It's fucking bent, but for now it's gonna have to work. I really don't have any other option. I need to get this thing out. I need to get the Civic in here and maintenance it, because it is going on an 18-hour round trip drive in a day from now. So I need the Civic ready to roll, tip-top shape, and this thing needs to be out. This is supposed to be just a quick thing so I can go race somebody today, but it's not gonna happen. I tried getting this one. If I could have got that one loose, I would have used that rod end, but I could not get it loose to save my life. So this is what we're gonna work with. I'll make the adjustment, I'll put it in there, make sure it's as straight as possible, but it's just gonna have to work. That's what having these, being able to bolt it through like this helps with, is it's not going to be bolted in there cockeyed. I'm going to be able to bolt it in like this. So I just finished up welding it. Didn't turn out too bad. I was using the rolly cart, so it was in an awkward spot, but I got everything welded up. This spot right here, it started to kind of like burn a spot out where the metal was a little bit thinner when I was drilling it, so a little bit bigger of a spot there. But besides that, man, looks pretty good. That right there, I blew across it myself as the argon was going across it. I just went, and it just poof, like instantly turned that color. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna go and put this thing back on. Got everything back together. She's in there, good as she's gonna get. So, one of those things though, if you can turn this by hand, just easy, just back and forth, just click, 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 then it's too loose. You need to put some preload in it, and it's gonna cause some issues. It should have some sort of pressure on it, and that's where a lot of like thud will happen. I noticed with mine between shifts. When I bang the next gear, it's like fucking something smacking it with a hammer back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheels back on it, get them bolted up, get this thing ready to roll. Get this thing ready to go. Right together. Get it out here and get the Civic in. Change the oil at least. Thing on the ground.